I'm with a few Afghan students here in Kabul, Afghanistan, and they want to talk to me about the problems that Afghan students are having in India. As many as 5,000 Afghan students have been stuck in Afghanistan over the last year since India blocked all visas for Afghan for coming to India. And these 5,000 Afghan students have been stuck in Kabul and other parts of Afghanistan, unable to go to India and to resume their studies. I believe as many as 13,000 Afghan students are already in India, and they have been fortunate enough to resume their studies. But these poor Afghan students are still here, and they say that there is absolutely no hope. So let's talk to them and find out what their problems are. Tell me your name, where you study, and what your issues are.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Habib Sadat. I'm studying at Sharda University. It has been more than a year that we are stuck in Afghanistan. We have we have contacted the Indian embassy over the phone, over the emails, and now when the Indian embassy has opened in Afghanistan, in Kabul, we have been gone many times there. Even we have done the protest to just approach our vice to them and tell them that why they are not issuing the visas. It is a very basic right of a student from the country. It's not that we are new student. We have been there, we have lived there, they have our data, they have our biometrics.
Okay.
So everything is clear. It's very uncertain and unlogical that why they are not issuing the visas for us.
This is Ali Murtaza Naeem. I study in Punjab University, Chandigarh. We all Afghan students have the same problem, which is that India is not issuing us visas, and the main problem is that Indian embassy is not completely reject us or completely accept us as students. So there is a very big uncertainty toward us that we cannot start our education in any other university inside Afghanistan or any other place.
So, Ali Murtaza, tell me that there is some concern in India. I imagine there is some concern in India that now that the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan, that there will be some security problems. So, perhaps the Indian government wants to know whether you are part of the Taliban.
Ma'am, they may have this problem, but it's not a rational problem, because we have been their students before the takeover of Taliban, and we are ready to give them any guarantee that they want. For example, our parents are here in Afghanistan. They can issue them any guarantee that they want. We can issue guarantees from the government. As they want. Just the embassy should tell us that we want such guarantees from you, and we can make them ready for them.
No, but suppose they say that we want to know whether you are if you want to be a member of the Taliban, you have the full right to become a member of the Taliban. But do you think that could be a concern for your Indian universities?
I don't think it's a concern for our Indian universities, but it might be a concern for Indian government. But I'm still saying this, that it's a not rational concern, because we have been Indian students before the takeover of Taliban. For example, my batch is 2020 to 2023. It means that I have been studying in India from 2020. So how they can say that you are a member of Taliban while I have been in India before the takeover of Taliban?
No, well, the Taliban has come to power. It's the people of Afghanistan have accepted the rule of the Taliban. So that's up to the Afghans what they want to do inside their own country. But the question is, why is the Indian government not giving visas?
Hello, ma'am. This is Amrullah Mazlumiyar. I'm studying in Surat, the MA Public Administration in West Normal South Gujarat University. And also, ma'am, we want from the India government leaders that please issue for Afghan students the visa. Otherwise, the future of these all students will destroy. Because we want, please issue our visa.
So I believe that that you have also met some leaders of the Afghan government. Tell me a little bit about that, Ali Murtaza.
Yes, ma'am. As a representative of Afghan students, we met very high authority leaders of Taliban government, interim government in Afghanistan. They did very good behavior with us. We didn't accept such a thing.
Who did you meet?
Yeah, I personally met Mr. Muttaqi, the foreign minister, Amir Khan Muttaqi, full name. We met with the head of Ministry of Interior Affairs, Sirajuddin Haqqani. We also, our friends, met other parts of Dr. Abdullah, the ex chief executive. We have met Mohammed Karzai, the ex-president, and many other people in Afghanistan. There is no problem. The government of Taliban, they tell us you are the future of Afghanistan. You are allowed to go to anywhere in the world for studying. There is no problem. Our problem is with the government of India, that they are not issuing visas, or and they are not clearly reject us, that you are not allowed to come in India. Please do your education in somewhere else. There is uncertainty.
So, when you met Mr. Sirajuddin Haqqani and Mr. Amir Khan Muttaqi, the Interior Minister, as well as the Foreign Minister and the Interior Minister, they assured you that they would be speaking to the Indian government about your case?
Yeah, Mr. Amir Khan Muttaqi personally assured us that I am personally, in any meeting that I see or meet Indian side, I will share your problems with Indian side. And he said, I have cleared this issue with Indian side before. I have said that please do something with these students, but I don't know what was the response of India.
So, tell me, Hassan, you are studying at Sharda University, which is a private university in Uttar Pradesh, in Greater Noida, and you are not, you don't have an ICCR scholarship.
No, my studies are based on my self-finance. I have invested in studying. I'm paying the fees. Even now when I'm here, I have paid my fees because university has been emailing me for paying the fees. Because if they told me you don't pay the fees, so we cannot, allow for the class. And what's make us very depressed and very so much concerned, that it is day by day. We expect, even when there was not the embassy was not open here, I contacted the Delhi and I was talking over phone. They told us that just wait few days, few weeks, few months. Now it has been a year. So I have paid my fees even without going a single day to the university. This is very unjust. This is very illogical. So we met honestly, as civilian people of Afghanistan, when the Taliban came, we were afraid of them. But when I met with the foreign minister of Taliban, Amir Khan Muttaqi, he welcomed us very warmly, and he said, this is by the hand of India. We cannot do anything, but the only thing I can do, I can call the Indian diplomats. I can set them with you guys so you can talk face to face. We talked, our representative talked with Indian diplomats, and they say, we are issuing the visa, just wait. So we don't know for how long we should wait.
How much money are you paying to Sharda University?
To Sharda University, the annual fee is 2,500. This is just the fees.
No, 2,500 rupees, dollars, Afghanis, what?
$2,500. I'm paying every year. More than that, I have to pay for the rent of my place because the hostel fee is too much expensive. I have rented the place. Even now, the home accessories, like AC, beds, furniture, everything is there. So now even for a few months when I was here, I was paying the rent. So almost when a student is studying there, the expenses by self-finance, it's almost about $10,000 to $15,000 a year. So this is the second year I am paying for the fees. I have been studied there. So this is very unjust, very illogical, and this is for the great country like India, the top country for democracy, a country like, it's a brilliant country. We love the Bollywood movies. It's all over the world. India is a country of values. This is a very, inappropriate point for Indian country to just stop the education process for the most vulnerable people of the world, for Afghan students.
Right. So, Amrullah, I want to ask you, you are studying in Gujarat University, in Surat University in Gujarat. Now, Gujarat, as you know, is the home state of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And he keeps very close tabs on Gujarat. So he knows Surat University very well. So have you been in touch with your Vice Chancellor? Have you tried to explain to them what your problems are?
Yes, ma'am, we are explaining our problems, but just they told us, please speak with embassy PA, that the leader of the embassy, and to take your visa and soon come as possible.
Okay. So I want to ask all three of you, how is this going to affect the relationship between India and Afghanistan? Is it going to affect it in any way?
Of course, ma'am, it affects the most because it's not the matter of students. There are other patients who wanna travel to India. They have their chemotherapies, they are cancer patients, and many other cases. So they cannot travel to India, and of course it affects the relation between India and Afghanistan, which is a great relation between these two countries going back to thousands of years. So I don't know why the government of India is doing such a harm to this pure relation.
What do you think, Amrullah? Will it affect the relationship? Will Afghan students think twice before going to India to study?
Yes, ma'am, you know better than all problem our Afghan student problem that we told for you. Then, ma'am, I want to say one thing more, that Afghan students, they do not related to any political groups, that we want from the leader of India government, please issue the Afghan student visa, that otherwise our future will destroy.
From the start of our career, educational career, we were given choices where you want to study. In here in Afghanistan, the Ministry of Higher Education had a choice for us where you want to study, because we were the toppers in Afghanistan. We chose India because this relationship, that we have deep relation with India. Otherwise, there were possibilities of going to Pakistan, Turkey, China, and these countries are still giving scholarships for Afghan students. Right now, Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, Turkey, and so many other countries are giving scholarships to Afghan students and taking their students by student visas. But we stayed on what we have told with India, that we are Indian students, and we are still firm on that promise that we had made with India. In case India is not issuing visas to Afghan students, it's a clear matter that in future any student who wants to study in India, they will think twice or more deeply. They will think that if I'm going to study in India, am I safe? Or it's just like they will say that you are not allowed to come back in India in any way.
Do you agree with that, Habib?
Yeah, of course. So I'm almost like 40 years old. Since my childhood, India was my dream, a dream country to study, to visit. Because in Afghanistan, our all cinema movies, all followed by Indian movies. From the relationship, the cultural relationship, always we know Indian by a country of love, respect, and the country of dreams. It's a honest point. The Indian actor and films are most famous in Afghanistan. But this is the first time, honestly, I'm thinking and I'm seeing another face of India. This is breaking our dreams. So please don't break our dreams, don't change our minds about India. We love Indians, we have a great relationship. We felt India like a river of love. This is how our poems talk about it. So please don't change this assumption. This is not unjust. This is not fair. So because now we see that many countries, China took their students grouply. They just took the groups, chartered flights, and they carried all the students. The Russia has not the same relationship with Afghans. We cannot speak Russian in our country, but many youths, they can speak Hindi very clearly.
Do you speak Hindi?
Yeah, of course. Can you believe it?
हिंदी में बताइए कि क्या
मैंने हिंदी फिल्मों से सीखा. मैंने जब हिंदी जितना बॉलीवुड फिल्म मूवीज चाइल्ड होल्ड्स से लेके अभी तक देख रहा हूँ, मैंने तो ये बोलना हिंदी फिल्मों से सीखा। इंडिया हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा कंट्री ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट एवरीथिंग, वी नो हिंदी कल्चर। सो प्लीज़ दिस इज़ अ वेरी क्लियर, बहुत आई मीन क्लियर बात है, प्लीज़ इशू वीज़ा, दैट्स इट।
हमारे पेरेंट्स हमको फोर्स करते थे कि अगर आप अब्रॉड जाना चाहते हो या इंडिया या एनी फॉरेन मुल्क में पढ़ना चाहते हो तो चूज़ इंडिया। ये हमारे पेरेंट्स के कहना था ऐसे कुछ कि इसलिए कि इंडिया हमारे दोस्त कंट्री है, दोस्त मुल्क है, इसलिए इंडिया में जाओ। लेकिन अब जो हम सोच रहे और देख रहे बिल्कुल कुछ अलग सा नज़र आ रहा है कि ये कैसा दोस्त है जो अपने दोस्त को बुरे वक्त में मदद नहीं करता है, या कैसा दोस्त है। इससे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा होता कि हमने कुछ और कंट्री चूज़ किया होता। ऐसे फीलिंग्स आ रही है अब बिकॉज ऑफ 1 year being in pending.
Very, very deeply felt words from all these three young men here, Habib Sadat, Ali Murtaza and Amrullah Mazlumyar, and that Afghan students must be allowed to pursue their education. It's not something that that is a privilege, but it's also a demand from them that they must be given their just dues. All they're seeking is a visa back to India. This is Jyoti Malhotra for ThePrint in Kabul, Afghanistan.